What's going on, guys? Today we're going to explore one of the most insane and spectacular clashes. No honking cars, no neon lights reflecting off rain puddles in Manhattan, no bats flapping their wings through the grim darkness of Gotham. Only the suffocating silence of a neutral dimension, a barren wasteland woven from the shattered remnants of dead stars. This is the arena, a place where concepts like good and evil, order and chaos, are ground into glittering dust beneath the feet of two beings from worlds that have never intersected. On one side, light, but not the pure light of heaven, rather the light of life exploding outward, a cosmic flame wearing the shape of a man, Peter Parker, but no longer the friendly neighborhood kid who worried about rent. He is Captain Universe, the vessel of the Enigma Force. His suit is not stretchy fabric, but a moving galaxy, tiny constellations glowing against deep blue and dark red as a constant reminder that he has long surpassed the limits of a human being. Facing him, pure darkness. Not an empty darkness, but a void shaped by will. Bruce Wayne stands there, an immovable fortress in a storm of stars. He wears the Hellbat armor, a masterpiece of technology born from the desperation and resolve of gods. Its sharp angular lines, glowing blood red like molten rock, radiate a thoroughly menacing aura. But more terrifying than the armor itself are his eyes. Those eyes carry no glowing energy circuits. They are simply two deep, cold, pitch-black voids, calmly calculating, dissecting every thread in the fabric of the reality surrounding his opponent. They need no words. At this level, all words are meaningless. Bruce is a master strategist who has prepared for the downfall of an entire Justice League. Peter is the embodiment of a blind and absolute cosmic force, guided by a heart so kind it aches. This battle is not a bank robbery. This is the collision between knowledge and power, between infinite preparation and boundless strength. The moment of silence stretches on like an entire century, where the tension thickens into something alive, ready to tear apart anyone who lets their guard down. Then Bruce disappears. No sound, no ripple of energy. The Hellbat armor's cloaking system bends the light around him, turning him into a perfect phantom in a universe already overflowing with wonders. He does not attack head-on, because that is the act of a madman against an entity that can see the future. Instead, he vanishes to probe, to find the crack in the very structure of prophecy itself. Peter stands still, his heart strangely calm. His senses, now a cosmic web resonating with every vibration of reality, whisper an undeniable truth into his mind, that Phantom has no intention of causing harm, not yet. And that is the very paradox of this battle. For the first time in his life, a spark of curiosity rather than alarm flickers in Peter's mind. This man is not a monster seeking to destroy the world. His intentions are complex and terrifyingly pure, like a scalpel. He wants to dissect a god, and that truth plants inside Peter an emotion he never expected to feel in a moment like this. Genuine respect for a lone hunter, standing face to face with a solar storm. Bruce reappears, not from one direction, but from every direction at once. It is a symphony of death built from high-tech devices, each note a strike calculated down to the millisecond. A super-compressed plasma sphere comes screaming from behind, powerful enough to vaporize a skyscraper. Simultaneously, a narrow-spectrum laser grid, its frequency specially engineered to disrupt the neural joints of a radioactive spider person, spreads out like a paradoxical spider trap from the front. And hidden behind all of it, a tiny bullet containing a nanovirus, programmed to seek out and neutralize any form of foreign energy it makes contact with. Peter does not dodge. He does not need to. In human terms, his body danced. But at the cosmic level, he simply allows reality to flow around him. The plasma sphere passes through the position he occupied 1/1,000,000th of a second prior, a shift so subtle it looks like magic. The laser grid envelops an illusion, an afterimage created by his own superhuman speed. The nanobullet, Bruce's quiet hope, is seized mid-air by a shimmering strand of cosmic silk, a material drawn from Peter's own will. The strand tightens, and the bullet becomes nothing more than harmless dust. Peter's response comes immediately after, not with a fist, but with a joke. His voice resonates through the vacuum of space, transmitted directly into Bruce's mind on an energy frequency. "Hey, I thought you were supposed to be the world's greatest detective? That attack was like trying to catch a fish with another fish. That doesn't quite make sense, does it?" But beneath that humor lies a precise and devastating counterstrike. A snap of Peter's fingers, and the fragments of dead stars beneath their feet come to life. Hundreds of razor-sharp meteorite shards, each one coated in a layer of blue cosmic energy, fire toward Bruce like a meteor shower, This is not a killing blow. It is a test. Can the bat fly through a storm of meteorites? Bruce did not fly. He calculated. The Hellbat armor screams as its antimatter propulsion system activates at full capacity, turning him into a streak of red blazing through the cosmic hailstorm. He does not evade everything, but chooses to avoid what matters most. Smaller fragments slam into the armor, carving out cracks and producing a horrifying shriek of metal. But the Hellbat's self-repair system seals them instantly, consuming the debris as fuel. At the same time, the quantum computer inside Bruce's armor is running at maximum capacity, not to find a way to destroy Peter, but to map the structural framework of the Enigma force. Every strike Peter throws, every joke he cracks, is a piece of data, revealing a pattern, a limitation. And in that moment of analysis, Bruce sees his opportunity. He recognizes an obvious truth that Peter, in his boundless power, has overlooked. His strength is cosmic, but his heart is human. Peter Parker fights beneath an enormous weight of responsibility, a constant fear that his own power will harm the innocent. Bruce will exploit exactly that. His next attack is not aimed at Peter, but at the space surrounding him. From the Hellbat armor, hundreds of dark energy spheres are launched, not to destroy, but to create localized gravitational anomalies, bottomless gravity wells that threaten to tear apart the very structure of this dimension. The attack is not meant to kill Peter. It is meant to manufacture a catastrophe that only Captain Universe can prevent, forcing him to scatter his infinite power across hundreds of directions at once in order to save the arena itself. The moment Peter spreads his arms wide to stitch shut the tears in space, that is the one and only opening Bruce has been waiting for. In that moment of vulnerability, Bruce does not unleash a single physical strike. He knows that no mechanical force can bring down an entity holding the power of the cosmic ocean. This battle, he understands, must be won on a different front. He must defeat the mind of Peter Parker before Peter Parker the God realizes what is happening. Using the Hellbat armor's neural interface, amplified by the very energy absorbed from Peter's own attacks, Bruce fires off an electromagnetic pulse of intricate structure. It is not a psychic assault, but a key carefully crafted to pry open the precise locks of memory, the places that store the deepest wounds that shaped a hero. Peter's reality shatters. The star-filled arena vanishes. He is no longer standing in the neutral universe. He is standing on a street in Queens, New York, on a cold evening. The smell of old pizza and bus exhaust fills his nose, an achingly ordinary scent. He looks down at his hands, no longer shimmering galaxies, but the thin and bony hands of a 15-year-old boy. The pain does not come from any wound on his body. It comes from within, an abyss of guilt and loss that suddenly tears itself open, raw and fresh, as if it had happened only yesterday. Before his eyes, a scene replays itself with merciless slowness. Uncle Ben, eyes closed, lying motionless on the sidewalk. Bruce's voice rings out, not from outside, but from within the very fabric of Peter's memory, cold and precise as a scalpel. The nature of great power, Parker, is ultimate isolation. We all try to control the world from the outside, but I suspect that even with the strength of a god in your hands, you still cannot control the guilt inside yourself. Peter collapses, both hands clutching his head. The Enigma force, once a harmonious current, now churns and tears itself apart as the mind of its vessel drowns in anguish. He screams, a scream without words, struggling to reject the illusion before him, but it is too real. This pain is his foundation, the very core of every lesson he has ever learned about responsibility. But then, in his most desperate moment, the Enigma force does not respond like a weapon, it responds like a companion. It does not erase Peter's pain, because that pain is a part of him. Instead, it expands his vision, connecting him to a cosmic truth far greater than any personal suffering. Peter does not only see Uncle Ben's death, he sees every moment of happiness that came before it, every lesson Uncle Ben ever taught him, every life Peter has saved because of that very painful lesson. Uncle Ben is not merely a victim, he is a catalyst. And at the same time, Peter also sees Bruce. He sees another boy, in a dark alley, kneeling beside the bodies of his own parents, an abyss of guilt and helplessness, tearing itself just as wide open. Understanding detonates like a supernova inside Peter's mind. Bruce is not an enemy. He is simply another wounded human being, one who turned his pain into a shield and a weapon. He is not attacking Peter out of hatred. He is challenging him, because that is the only way he knows how to understand something. With a deep breath, not drawn through lungs but through his own will, Peter lets go. He accepts the pain, accepts the past, and forgives the 15-year-old boy who is still kneeling somewhere in his memory. The illusion shatters like a broken mirror, and Peter returns to the star-filled arena, his eyes no longer carrying chaos, but an infinite peace that belongs to a god who has truly come to know himself. Bruce, looking through the eyes of his armor, sees that change. He knows his psychological assault has backfired spectacularly. He has failed to break the man, and because of that, he cannot defeat the god. The battle ended right at that moment, even though both of them were still standing. The change in Peter was tangible, a transformation from a reactive energy source into an entity of active understanding. Bruce, with all of his intellect, immediately recognized this tectonic shift. He had driven Peter into the darkest corner of his own soul, and Peter had walked back out of it not with rage, but with a profound empathy. Bruce's most brilliant attack had become his most fatal mistake, because it had shown Peter exactly who he was. No longer a terrifying unknown to be guarded against, Bruce Wayne was now a puzzle that had been solved. Peter does not counter with a cosmic punch capable of erasing an entire solar system. He no longer needs to prove his strength. Instead, he does something Bruce could never have anticipated. He uses the Enigma Force's ability to manipulate matter at the atomic level, not as a weapon, but as the ultimate tool of communication. Billions of photons surrounding them begin to vibrate and rearrange themselves, not into an explosion, but into a vivid three-dimensional scene, so real it drowns out the light of the stars themselves. It is the image of Earth, not Earth as a simple blue sphere. It is Earth seen through the lens of the Enigma Force itself. Both of them can see every corner of the planet. A child taking their very first steps in Metropolis, a couple sharing a kiss in the rain in Central City, a street artist painting a mural full of hope on a weathered wall in a dark alley in Gotham. They also see the other side, an earthquake being held back by Wonder Woman, an oil spill being cleaned up by Aquaman, and an armed robber being taken down by Green Arrow. It is a sweeping, living, and achingly beautiful portrait of the fragile beauty and relentless chaos of the world they have both sworn to protect. Peter's voice rings out, this time carrying no trace of humor. It carries the full weight of absolute truth. I have seen the abyss inside you, Bruce. It is deep and dark, and I respect the strength it took to build yourself up from that very abyss. But do you see this? The three-dimensional image zooms into an alley in Gotham, where a young mother is clutching her child tightly, hurrying past a homeless figure trembling in the cold. You fight against fear. But our true mission is not to lock fear away, or even to defeat it. It is to make sure that people like her never have to feel that fear again. This is not a battle to be won. This is a life to be protected. Bruce stands motionless, the Hellbat armor silent as an abandoned fortress. He has not been defeated physically, because the scratches on his armor have long since healed themselves. But he has lost a battle he never saw coming, the battle of philosophy. The cosmic power of Peter is an equation he may not yet have solved, but the lesson Peter has just delivered, the lesson of empathy and preservation over fear and control, is a truth his logical mind cannot refute. Peter did not need to punch him into orbit. He defeated the idea of this battle itself. He defeated the very premise that had made them enemies. And in the silence of that reluctant understanding, the true victor had already been decided. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much.